everyone from Critter Canyon coming in soon. Let's make sure stream all audio's up and happy. Perfect. All right, let's put this back into proper mode. There we go, everybody. Whew. Oh, it's been quite a big day, big stream. A lot of great stuff. So I'll start loading Critter Canyon in. We should have a World Hop World hanging. Ah, there it is. So I'm gonna load this in just to get us going first, and then start inviting some people and wait to get. Nope. There's no world crash right now. I know of. Is everyone seeing me on stream? Anyone on stream say some comment? Yeah, okay. You good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was taking a 5-minute break to shovel food in my face and use the bathroom all at the same time. Nah, not all at the same time. All right. Perfect. Hey. Ah, that was necessary. Wow. Enough things to make the body function again. This. Let's see. Bring in. One moment. We'll grab Shrike. And then they're welcome to bring in whomever they wish also for it. But how you holding up, Frooks?
Oh, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing up some more food and some chocolate and water.
Yeah, no worries. You can always I can start, and then you all can just pop in when you get some time. The world hop's open, and so yeah, feel free. I'm like, you don't even have to jump in here yet. I'm gonna wait till Shrike comes. Okay. Yeah, I'm in a place where I'm not like awesome, but I'm much better than earlier. Like my brain was a little bit shut down, so now it's nice. Nice to have a little bit of fuel going on.
Yeah, sometimes I start getting like head fog, like when you
Totally
go for too long.
Hard in your shorts.
Hey, Shrike. So yeah, feel free. I don't know if there's any game-breaking things with headlesses using Critter Canyon.
No, actually, it's kind of one of the insured. Like, how many people exactly do you think would be fine to bring? Because I know that there's quite a number of us.
Well, give me a number, and then I can say whether that's doable or not. Because I don't know the top limit.
I was thinking maybe around 6 at the minimum.
Oh yeah, 6 at the minimum. Let's do 6, and then see how it feels, and then we can add more from there.
Sure. Like,
but let's go into okay. Okay.
I hit the button.
Oh, let's do it in Critter Canyon, but not in this world. That way, there's no people don't have to jump twice.
Sure.
Oh, I didn't realize you were around yet. I figured just.
I am very politely muted while I shovel food. But I am here. Bye, guys.
Nice.
I need food. I've just been waiting until after this is done, then I'll have it.
Me too. That's what I was like. Oh wait, and I'm like, I think this is a fairly large world, and I wanted to make sure. I was like, I don't want to be just grunting like grunt. This is nice. This is nice. And you're like, okay, can you ask some questions or something else? Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and invite them now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I know we did the judging and things but for some reason going through in the stream like this, it really I already knew this before, but it hits you. It at least hits me a little bit harder, seeing how impressive everything is this year. It just I know that might seem like a.
Zangoose.
Oh.
One more. Would that be fine?
Yeah.
One moment.
I think I miscounted by one.
Yeah, we're all. It's okay.
There we go.
And I'll turn on the culling system.
They're just kind of pulling people from the different kind of categories of the team and all.
Sure. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm gonna go silent for a moment because there are some other voices that are gonna come in.
Oh no, there's a user limit.
Oh, we can change that. I put 10 at first. Are we already at 10? Huh.
Perhaps I should be.
But yeah, let's not bring anyone else in.
I
Otherwise,
know that Katie disconnected. They may have also hit the user limit or something. Or just having issues.
Okay. Is there? This is 6 in additional dice. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll see.
I
I am feeling a little bit of it, so we might want to.
Well, one of the features we have here is the world menu settings, so that can help you like turn off the shadows and adjust the avatar calling be closer.
I will go back and forth between these because
I will see the world as pretty as it can be, even if I'm only seeing it 2 times a second.
That's how I feel about everything too. It's
We go to entry each frame for longer.
Yes.
yeah. And I don't know if you want to talk about here or as we're walking, but eventually we will be walking through things. But kind of introduce, if you don't mind introducing yourselves and kind of like some general thoughts about the world and maybe how you contributed and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I'm Trike. I'm kind of not technically one of the leads on the project, but kind of took a lot of the assistance work onto myself and all that, kind of make sure everything is working well in the world, you know? So, just kind of serving in place of Titus, because Titus is technically our team lead, but he's just not here today, unfortunately.
Of course.
Hello, I am Scrainer. My main role was to texture props that our 3D modelers threw at us, and I will say that was a lot of fun. I felt great, and they turned out very pretty.
Hello, I am Zangoose. I proposed the original idea for this project. I kind of like directed, led the team. I also made the canyon itself, the skyboxes, and the culling system, along with a few other small things here and there.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Cute. I'm the project organizer. I helped keep everyone organized using our Trello, and I helped with like general stuff, like, you know, decorating the map and stuff like that.
Nice.
Hello, I'm Doretto. I was one of the level designers. I created the apartment areas here. I also helped in the arcade area as well. I also, along with Katie Cat, who's loading in, designed the avatar
the Solomari.
that you can find in our world. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this one's a custom one. That's why it's a different color. But you can. The file here comes with the substance file as well as the Blender file.
I saw that. That was fantastic.
Yep, I've already seen a lot of custom work done, including like antennas, recolors, horns. I love it all. It looks great.
What a compliment.
Yep.
You did a great job
Katie Cat here.
here.
They designed the
Katie Cat.
character.
Yep, I did
Introduce yourself, Katie.
concept design. I was the artist. I did a bunch of concept designs. I did a little bit of modeling. I did a lot of the posters and a lot of the art that you see of Critty.
Wonderful. Nice. Very fun.
We got 2 more.
Yeah, far side.
Modern and silver.
Hi, I'm Silveron. I was in charge of writing all the lore and stuff for this canyon, kind of giving it some life and history and stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, that's what I was working on.
And modern.
Wonderful.
I realistically didn't really do too much for the project, but what I did is I added face tracking to the avatar, which I sort of like see as a part of it somewhat, if that makes sense. But I also I was actually making some guns for this place for the shooting range. Yeah.
You kind of put yourself down. You also kind of just like general stuff around, you know, kind of what I have just under general assistance on there. It's like, you know, kind of setting props in place, doing colliders and sort of things.
Yeah, I helped with some logic. Yeah, I helped with some logics as well. Just like I think the doors, but I don't know if that was ripped out. But yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Hey, teamwork.
And of
like
course, there's a number of team members that just aren't here right now, but everyone did a wonderful job, and I'm super proud of everybody.
Yeah, honestly, the great thing about what we did was like a lot of us, like myself, I work night shift, so I'm up during the night. A lot of them are up during the day. So they would go to bed and then I would host, and then a few of us would work throughout the night, and then we would go to bed after they wake up to, wow, look, nice work, guys, like, thank you. And then we went to bed, we wake up, and then they did a lot of work, and it was just always rock, and it was amazing, and I can't wait to do projects with these guys again.
Yes.
Yeah.
How big is your all's team so that people can kind of know a general scale?
21.
Sure.
Whew.
I have our credits out there.
Yeah, if you go look at the credits.
Well,
quickly.
Yeah,
sure, why
It
not?
didn't start that way. It kept growing as we were working.
Yeah. He was 21, I think it counted.
I will admit, I just glanced at the credit board and went, that's probably not one of the small team.
It's quite worth shouting out here Tamashi, who can't be here, but they kind of made all the music for the world, the background music.
Yeah, they did
They
amazing.
did a great job. In fact, when they put their track on, I purchased it. In fact, I even tipped them because, like, oh, you did such a great job. Thank you so much for all your hard work. And it really gives you the mood when you hear the music in certain locations as it changes. My favorite is the shooting gallery, because when you get this song rhythm stuck in your head and then you hear the arcade, it's like, yes, this is great.
So with this, is there a specific place we should go to first? Like, as we're kind of talking about, like the theming of what kind of world you want to build and things like that.
I say we should look at the canyon itself.
Yeah, we can
Sure.
go to the canyon. Probably
About the
go
balcony.
to the teleporters after the canyon.
Usually when I tour people, I like to take them to the shopping center first, to the volley housing, then to the arcade, and finally end at the club. Which is usually the route I like to take, but you can go in any order.
A lot of the flora that you see along the way was designed by Katie Cat and then Titus Monolith after her artwork.
We showed them the Critter Canyon and we walked in. I'm sure they saw it.
Having this canyon here, the open canyon, was kind of important for setting the scale.
It was the first object we set down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much, Zangoose, for all your hard work.
Heck yeah.
Thank you.
And here are some of the floor plaques. You'll find these sprinkled throughout the world.
Yes.
I want to
So-
Sorry. I was gonna say, like, in chat, like Storm was saying, he loves all the art we found, and the music and the dance area is my favorite. Thank you so much. I'm sure Tama appreciates that too.
Is the world and the writing associated with it part of a broader writing project, or is that all original?
Nope. Oh, it's completely original.
Yep.
But I will let Silveron elaborate more if there's anything you want to say.
I mean, honestly, so, like, funny thing, I did the plants first. All the plants you see here, they all have their own scientific name and information about them. I did those first. And actually, the International Federation wasn't my idea. I believe that was Tamashi's idea. There were a couple of things that I actually didn't have a part in for the lore. I did end up taking over it near the end of the month.
Is he?
And with your approach to lore, do you usually like to start off with a general idea and then build on that, or is it usually you're working on something and you have like an overarching theme? Is there any type of method or concepting before?
That's a good question. I mean, I did like the plant things because that was like a sort of specific thing I could focus on, really. But I guess I started specific and then went more general. Yeah, that sounds right, actually.
Interesting.
I guess I used the plants to like really kind of set up and understand where I wanted to go, and then like once I got the plants going, things just kind of started falling into place. Like, oh yeah, I have the plants with like this, and then the world can encompass this, and yeah.
Basically, what you're saying is you had a system, and as you started, you had more ideas in your head that you could keep going with, and it got even better as you went along.
I started, and then I developed this system from there.
Well, yeah, that's how we usually come up with our own system. And yes, good job.
Speaking of systems, I was very curious about this up here, the one that lists all the players within the world, where they are, and how many are in each location.
I will go to a random
Made by
location.
Soup Can, I believe.
Yeah, it kind of ties into the world calling system, where it kind of calls out meshes and different zones that you're not in to keep track of where you are, and then lets you see who is in each zone. Like, see, Scanner here is in the volley housing.
Right. And again, like, one of the big things, because this, from the ground up, we decided, like, the challenge we wanted to take on was the idea of can we have large gatherings in Neos? And one of the challenges with that is just finding people. Like, you hop in a world, you have no idea where your friend is. They could be like on the other side of the map. You don't know. It very quickly became apparent that we need some way to A, quickly get to each points. So that's why we have our teleporter, and B, actually know where people are. And of course, within Neos, you still have like the user list and you can jump directly to them if you really want to, but we don't want to have like make users use something like that when we can just have something in world.
Break the immersion, yes.
True. Now, is there any...
walking a lot more here.
Do you plan on doing anything with the maps here also with those numbers, like showing numbers on the maps themselves too?
That was the original idea. I just didn't make it in, so it could come back eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely plan on continuing this project.
And have you done any load testing to see what's the kind of volume of people inside this
The
world?
most I've heard of is 28 people, but we just came from a world that had 25 people in it, and we were still running it just fine. So
interesting.
All our efforts making all sorts of optimizations to this world certainly have paid off.
You just need a host that can support that much bandwidth and all,
and a group of people that can actually like gather in numbers.
It runs well by users. It runs well by headless. So
nice.
That's great.
So shall we go to another section via teleport so people can see how it works?
Yeah,
sure. I will stand and let you all decide where we go.
Let's go to the
if
shopping
you haven't
center.
accepted it yet, there's this warning here about the photosensitivity, the flash.
Oh, they're already leaving. Oh.
Should I ask what happens if a fly flies into it while we're doing this?
You become Jeff Goldberg.
Question it.
Oh no.
Jeff Goldblum.
I didn't compensate for flies.
Your eyes are a bit weird.
Oh no, the dirt powder again.
You have the dirt out.
Yeah.
Hello.
Nice.
And this here's a shopping district.
And so
it was kind of one of the last things we actually threw together. We didn't really have a lot for it, so we kind of just threw different props from around the world and just kind of used it as a way to just showcase different people, really.
Yep.
So a lot of the team members are just represented very minimalistically throughout the stands, some more so than others. So like we have over here, Titus did a lot of the work with the arcade and was really proud of it. So we kind of filled this with arcade stuff, and I also contributed to the arcade. So I just put myself in over here with also the culling system.
Ah, I see.
One of my favorite things in this whole project, and I was hyped for, and I didn't think it would be as good as it turned out, the fake ads.
Oh, those are great. I really enjoyed those about this. There's so many.
Yeah,
Wonderful job, Katie Cat.
Katie and then Dewey Vexo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much,
Speaking of
Katie.
the art, there's also some secrets scattered around. So if you come over this way, we can call out one of them. Maybe just stick your head in this box here.
Sure.
Wait, there's this thing in this box. I didn't even know that.
Oh, there's one of the secret ones to find.
I didn't know that.
I think there's, what, 12 of them?
I'm the one who dotted all of them around. It was fun dotting all of those around the map.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so as we just walk around, we have all sorts of different stands.
Sure.
Yeah.
We got
That door is not in
potions.
use yet.
Yet.
This is to be used. One of the ideas we had for this, nothing's final at this point, but we were thinking about maybe moving the teleporter in there and then filling out that booth, or
Oh,
who
yeah,
knows what else we could
that would
put in
make
there.
sense.
Like this could be a new area.
Yeah, it could lead to someplace else.
Mm-hmm.
You could see there's just a canyon in there.
Yeah, I saw.
Like I said, we have a lot of things we want to continue to work on once this is over, which...
You can see the brains behind our computer in this store over here.
Oh, yeah. Please. Come on in if you haven't seen it already.
The Comdog store I saw.
Yeah, Madra, you go first.
Yeah, all the
No, but
beans.
it's
The soup.
It's fine clothes of the soup store.
Soup. And
I
lots
mean,
soup and
why are
suits.
you
Soup and suits and soup and
store?
suits and soup and suits.
I'm at soap.
Mhm.
I'm at soup.
This, of
What do
course,
you mean
was
you're at
kind of
soup?
designed for one of our team members, coders, Mr. Soup Can, to
Yeah.
pronounce it properly.
I love working with that guy.
He's
is
quite the
wonderful.
character and very talented as well.
Makes me smile, makes me laugh, and impresses me.
What about a general question?
Sure.
Do you anticipate, because of the huge amount of space inside of this world and the systems that let people see where other people are, that users who come here are going to congregate in a single location or spread out to different ones into their own little pockets?
So I've seen both kind of happening. It kind of depends on the group in question. Like if you're getting a tight knit group together, they're obviously going to want to be around each other. But if you're just like throwing a public instance out with it, maybe isn't the most close group, just kind of a general group, they might tend to congregate differently.
The public instance one. I'm sorry. Go ahead. The public instance you just came from, they're kind of like, I don't know, there are a few most smaller groups around there. I noticed there are kind of people hanging out at the hub, people coming over to the club and everything, and just so people were spreading out there into smaller groups.
And shall we go to another place while we're discussing?
Yep.
Sure.
So, this is the
there's
avatar.
a few more,
should show that
more
too.
sites here. Like,
Oh yes, there is.
I wonder who this could be.
I wonder.
It looks a bit familiar.
And with the idea of like people congregating versus not congregating versus areas, how would you all like to design things in the future with this world to kind of decide on how to guide the user and a specific type of experience?
We haven't really we're not trying to force the user into any particular kind of thing. The whole idea though is that each of the different areas kind of serve a different role. Like the housing area is supposed to be a lot more segregated of an area, so if you want to like go with a couple of people into a smaller room, that's there for. If you want to go to a dance floor, you go to the club, that kind of thing. Like each area is supposed to kind of have different themes and different accommodations to them, but as far as like actually pushing people in any given direction, we haven't really thought about anything like that.
That makes sense.
We did stay in touch when we had to communicate very well.
I did want to mention that this area was mostly blocked out by Katie, and then Titus cleaned it up and polished it.
And then Cherry did a lot of stuff at the end. I remember when this place was nothing.
So we have the our avatar down here.
Yes.
Showcase of it.
Yeah.
All right, who posed for this? I forget.
That was me.
I posed
Yeah, I posed for it. No, I posed for it.
Oh, cute. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember when I was taken.
And you get the folder for the avatar here, which has the Neos Ready avatar in there, along with the Blender and Substance files.
Nice.
I do not trust this man to make my pizza.
I mean, it's great though. They give samples.
Yeah. Nope.
He just jumped off.
Like I said, the ads. I love our ads that we made.
I think Titus did that one. I could be mistaken.
I don't know who did that. But
Okay.
I looked at it and
Mr.
smiled.
Sukin did that one. Yeah.
Oh.
Mr. Sukin did 3 ads.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's go to the teleporter.
Yes.
So we can go to a new. Let's see. Do you want to do? I think Scanner said club.
Well, I think if we're gonna do the club, we should go from the hub through. Then walk through it.
If we go,
let's do the club last.
Okay. When we get to the volleyball thing, I do.
Let's go to the hub and then walk over to the housing.
Yes,
so let's walk over there from the hub because I want to show off the stairway.
Oh, yes,
sure.
The stairway is amazing.
Wait. Oh, wait. There. Okay. I like the fact that the multi-teleport. I really like that.
Oh, we're at the hub.
This is one of the first things Shrek put together.
Into the hub.
Oh, okay.
We got the house. The stairs. The housing.
Onward.
Yeah. Because while the teleporter, of course, is a very important means of getting around, we did want to make sure that people could just walk and enjoy the environment if they wanted to.
I'm really impressed by you guys puzzling this place together because this walkway wasn't here at one point, and I'm like, oh wow, you guys put this together so great. And the music, love it. It's like Skyrim.
Did not mind the texture.
So I believe Aegis did that whole chandelier structure.
Didn't even notice, Strike.
Very proud of.
I actually didn't even notice it until you pointed it out.
I think it's something that places annoyed by they never got to using it.
Pieces of lore that you have.
When it comes to lore,
well.
this is one of my favorite ones that catches my attention. It explains the river and what it's made of, and
I remember reading that one.
Yeah, me too.
Properly rated crate for volleys.
Yeah, I remember the pollution and the slow need to clean, which the Solimari has some of that lore tied in with all of it too.
yes,
Mhm.
Somebody in the chat said, when do we get to get something in it?
Maybe eventually.
But yeah, making this world feel lived in is definitely one of our major priorities. Like, we definitely want to add a lot more background elements once MMC is done. Now that MMC is done, we want to populate more of it.
It's actually finally over.
Into it. Like a lot more just small details, big details. Like another one of the details we want is we want to like have the lower areas accessible. We want like the waterfront. We want to make there's a couple more areas we want to add in, which I'm sure you saw on the map. So welcome to the housing.
Nice.
Oh, Hobart just joined in the stream. Thank you so
Standing
much.
of Critty.
Yeah, I posed for that one too.
So we had to get like a lot of permission, and it wasn't really too hard. In fact, Hobart just joined the one that did the Hopkins and stuff. He just joined in the chat, and he's congratulating us. Thank you, and thank you for letting us use your species.
Oh, yeah, he's on the stream chat.
Yeah, I actually saw this world as well.
Yeah, he did. He hopped in the other day, and
What did
he
Hobart
loved
think? Yeah,
he loved it.
nice.
This housing area features kind of two different types of rooms. One of them is these small rooms, which we have 4 of for people if they want to just congregate into more like closed groups. And you can see one of those just right over here, right around the corner.
I'm curious, given this is more of a smaller dedicated room sort of space, is there any kind of culling for people inside these rooms versus out?
That is our plan. We want to do something like that. We just it wasn't a high priority for MMC, and we wanted to like make sure we do it right, because making that kind of thing in Neos where you really want to make like an actual private space is very difficult just due to how flexible of an engine Neos is, because
It's always been the plan.
but it is our plan to actually do something like that.
It's always
Yes,
been
for
the
now,
plan, but
it's just the
time
normal
is
default.
time will be time, and you will not have time for everything within a month.
Yes.
I'm very impressed that we managed to pull this off. In fact, I had doubts, and I am so glad that you guys proved me wrong, all of you. Thank you.
And of course, all of the little housings here have a nice like balcony view over the whole
Oh, and
environment.
Local light switches.
And local light switches, yes.
It's
That was actually one of the
Made
things
for
we
some
found.
very tiny people.
Well,
There
it
he
is
goes.
kind of designed with the volleys in mind. If anything, it's a bit big for the volleys.
Yeah.
I personally live in a very
It's a
small
compromise.
apartment, so I kind of kept that in mind as I was designing it.
And this area actually
It's
was
not-
a surprising performance challenge for us. We found that a big part of that was due to needing to make meshes and the amount of lighting we had. So one of the
Placing
things, like having the
colliders over
local
everything.
exactly. So having like the local lighting definitely helped with that. Which, hey, if you're making worlds, don't overdo it on the lights because those have a cost.
Yeah,
And of
that's
course,
true.
colliders and you know,
not
just
small,
making
it's
meshes and all that
cozy.
kind of thing.
Very cozy.
Nice.
Yeah, Medra, since
Yeah.
you're streaming, if you want to turn the lights on, just hit that light switch. I noticed the stream is dark, but
Sure.
It's local.
yeah.
And then
Yeah, it's
actually,
local.
I didn't know it was local. Wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
That was
Yeah,
that
I
was,
mean-
Things I
that was,
am
that was
aware
done
of.
by Sharkmare.
Oh, nice.
Deliberate. It's partially for performance reasons.
Bathroom.
We do have the bathroom. I did hear
So-
mention of bathrooms and when you visiting Cole's World. We do actually have bathrooms here.
No worries.
Very tiny.
Wasn't a picture taken? Oh, here it is. I want it.
Oh. You goof.
So,
Take it.
I'll-
So
Move
if we
on
go
for this,
this
yeah.
way, the other 3 small rooms are all the exact same layout, so there's not really that much of a point in touring them. But we have then the big room.
Yes, this was like one of the first things Doretto and I worked on. In fact, first thing I really worked on was down there. Doretto put it together. I textured it, and then we moved up here. And I'll tell you this: it was a lot messy. It was pretty messy,
not
but
going in the oven.
we cleaned it up, and it looks great now.
I can go in the fridge.
I'm not the most experienced with doing hard surface modeling,
You're just
but
gonna
it was a fun thing to do though.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
learning
not-
experience for both of us.
Oh, joints.
This is the proper Avoli kind of sleeping cabbie right here. That's what this is.
You can sleep on the edge.
Wait, you can open
that?
more
I
friendly.
didn't know you could open
Yes.
that.
You can also open the oven.
Yeah, it joins to a lot of things. Not everything, like I didn't do all the cabinets, but and some of them got a bit
Very
broken, so I need to
wide-eyed.
fix those. Some of them.
Sometimes you just gotta bake a really wide pizza. I wish my oven were wider sometimes.
Yeah, it's
Put a volley gently in the fridge.
And is there a plan in the future to have some kind of headless and have people kind of living in these environments that they would just this would be like their permanent space that they would come in and out of Neos?
I mean, some people just
those
sleep in this
ideas
game.
were thrown around in kind of funny ways. I don't think we can scale like that, but people had mentioned stuff like that before. Like we could
No,
just
we have
sell real estate,
at the
even
end of
though
the day, we
I'm
have-
not really too big on the idea
We have
of
been hosting
virtual real
headless
estate.
sessions. They're not like persistent sessions, but. And then I know some people who like said they kind of like the world a lot and probably want to make it their home or something. So
Actually, so it's in this very
I've seen
room
at least
where
one person saying they want to move in, so maybe there's a business idea in the future.
I mean, there was a time when
yeah,
games all night and
Yeah,
we
this
were like
is-
sleeping in here. It was definitely to that immersion.
I think there's some reflection probes in here as well, actually. But
yeah.
yeah,
This is meant to be the bedroom. We do need to decorate this more, but
Yeah,
you
the
know,
roommate hasn't moved in yet.
time. The whole time I mentioned time is not your friend.
Outside
Yeah.
of the broader question on like selling real estate, is there an intention to have a sort of persistent community, just a server running consistently with this?
Well, we
I'd like
do plan on moving this to other platforms as well,
We
and
do.
those will be on their dedicated. As for here, it'll be on headless, unless it's not what you were asking.
Yep.
Well, that's more or less
Yeah, I do intend to host this on my own personal headless, though I don't have a ton of bandwidth, so unfortunately I'm a little limited in that, but anyone else is of course welcome to do the same.
And
I mean, we
other
have one-
groups in Neos have had their gatherings here that were for
They
their own
have?
events. Yes.
And they were very successful. That was when we mentioned this earlier. They managed to get like 28 people in a session with a good headless backing it, and it was apparently running pretty smoothly for people, which was like super validating because we just did not have the capacity to test like that during development. So
For having a
seeing it
persistent
actually work
server
out in
stuff
practice
would
was
be
like
too-
so validating.
Nice.
Yeah,
good
one
to
of our
hear.
team members all night, they do have a headless that can be kind of keeping it open on their headless quite a lot. Just it, restarts every day. It's not persistent, but we can maybe think of making it so that you could do changes there and have them saved. That'd be an idea.
Yeah, well, most of that as we work on further after this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, shall we?
Yes.
One thing real quick is if you go
Yeah.
into your context menu, there's an actual setting for world lighting, which you can see functions in here as well.
Dynamic lighting.
Oh yes, the reactive lighting. I like to put that at 200 because it's just what I do. And then the when I made things, I like to put emission layers just in case it happened, and it did. So the carpet, the lines, and some stuff down there.
Yeah.
Also be like the pillars. I wanted to do more of that in other places that we're going to show you, but that was low priority in case I had nothing to do, but I always had something to do.
Yeah, it's mostly in the club.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
like-
could go to the arcade now before doing the club.
Sure.
And let's
Yes.
just teleport directly to the arcade. There's not that much of a walkway to there.
Yeah, it's just stairs from the hub. It's the stairs by the credits for those who saw them.
See?
Arcade.
I'm glad we made this teleporter big enough for all of us.
Yes.
yeah.
And lots of people mention it, but of course, to no surprise to anyone who's seen it, the inspiration of the teleporters is indeed from Stargate. So that's where I kind of
Oh, totally.
said, I like how those work. Why don't we do something like it?
I'm
Yes.
honestly surprised we didn't have too many technical difficulties with that teleporter. I mean, not that I know of. You're the one that made it, so you probably know more about that than I do. But good job, thank you. Grabbing people doesn't really work though.
Challenges figuring out how to just make it all work, but
Nice.
took me about 5 days, and then kind of some time touching it up, just making it better over the rest of the time. So
So a lot of what's in the arcade is mostly just for just show, look, feel, just kind of creating an environment. But there are a few interactive things. Yes, we do, and we do want to expand the amount of interactive things. Like for example, right over here we have this just for fun. If you push the button, it'll go for a ride. Woo!
Speed.
Nice.
Speed.
So that's probably that's just again for fun, but then we do want to plan more actual like interactive
tickets. I heard
games.
it from here.
working arcade cabinets.
Someone already grabbed the tickets. Yeah.
Working
Yeah.
arcade cabinets would definitely be like a long-term goal. We're getting this card table working. That's another one of our goals.
It does
right now,
work.
of course, it works, but it doesn't it's not
Doesn't
like
have
smart.
chips.
It doesn't have chips. It's just cards. It's neat.
We'll see how it is.
Better.
Would you tell us about the cards that we all?
Yes.
I'll just say about the
Oh,
cards because we
yeah.
actually got a physical deck. We all
Here we
ordered.
go.
We got some tickets.
Thank you.
So-
Okay, you
There
want
you
your tickets?
go.
So these cards were
Oh, is that the
of
scanner
course
card?
done by the wonderful Katie Cat. And they represent different members of the
Let's put it
team.
back here.
Oh, that's nice. Oh,
Got
cool.
some-
Card scanner.
Did this break?
Each
Did this
suite
Nice.
is a different
No.
species that we
Oh, no,
represent
like-
as well.
Mm-hmm. And as was already being mentioned, we did find a
fun.
company that does
That's
custom card decks, and so we got them to a few of us got them to print out physical decks, which mine are still on the way. So
Oh, that's
hopefully
exciting.
they'll be.
I thought they arrived
I
for you.
forgot to order
They
mine.
have
No.
not arrived for me. Someone else had got theirs though.
Oh, after those,
There was
yeah.
Cyber.
Very cool.
Cyber got the first
Cyber
deck.
got his. Okay. Yeah, I got like really fancy ones. I got their like super nice card stock and like holographic, just because why not?
Fun.
And once we're done with this room, I got some tickets to show the prize thing.
Oh, you already got
So
some tickets? We should show the
Yes.
arcade.
Here you
The
go.
slot
These slot
machine.
machines do function. They're
Let's
they're
see.
not amazing, but they do function. They meet the bare minimum of being a slot machine.
If only time wasn't a concept which we had to deal with.
Honestly, I think it's great that we set our priorities. We got things done, and things that needed work, we could have done later, and we still will.
This was coded by
Wow.
Sharkmare, right?
Yeah, Shark
Yeah.
coded it.
Yep, and most of the arcade cabinets themselves were done by Aegis, who came on and did a lot of small props that you'll see in the areas. Aegis did a lot of them.
Aegis, yes. I worked with him so much because when he joined our team, he made so many props, and I
Wow.
freaking crammed,
He
and it
joined,
was
like-
crazy.
He
It was
joined like in the
wonderful.
last 2 weeks, week and a half or so, and just was vital.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
stuff we
Like
did was, down in
this
the
world
club.
would not have been nearly as detailed and lived in as it currently is without him.
Shout out to you,
Makes
Aegis. Not Aegis Wolf. Aegis.
Of course.
Mr. Aegis.
Yes. Less weapons, more props.
Thank you so much for all
Yes.
your hard work. And since I have your attention, my parents are watching. Hi.
Wonderful. Let's check out some tickets. Now we
Yes.
can buy
Here
some
you go. Let's put them on the machine.
novelty combs and stuff.
Of course.
Here, I saw
Why don't,
one of yours.
why don't you do the honors, Medra?
Sure.
Nom,
Think
nom,
what is
nom.
it? Like a
first try.
50% chance you'll get
There you
a
go.
prize.
cool.
My voice. We had to replace
Nice.
it last second. Or last minute. We had to replace the audio. So I just did nom,
I never got a
nom, and
chocolate.
Neos microphone.
Nom, nom, nom.
This one I've gotten before. Let's see what else we got.
Oh, we should really
Yes.
talk about the references
Nom,
of
nom, nom.
abandonware in the machine.
Oh,
Hopefully we'll
yeah.
get
the
abandonware.
snacks.
You should have more of these prices like possible to get out of there.
Seeing if
Like
I
I
can.
said,
Yeah.
That'd be easy to do.
Nom, nom, nom.
Like,
Yeah,
if you
have,
do
like,
more-
have the console be like super rare.
Nom, nom, nom.
That looks familiar
Nom, nom, nom.
also.
Hmm,
Nom, nom,
this
nom.
is
Oh,
console.
there's the
Where have
Game
I
Boy.
seen it
Nom,
before?
nom, nom.
Our abandoned
Console.
warehouse.
Console. Yes. Oh no. Whoa.
Which I did texture that.
What?
No, no.
That's a lot of not game cubes
Wow.
and not Rubik's cubes.
The noms must be stopped.
Video companion. There you
I
go.
think we called it a critter boy. I think that's the name of it.
Oh no.
I'm so glad my voice gets to be like presented.
All right, I better stop. One more.
You mentioned this during the award ceremony, but a lot of this team was also part of Abandonware, and
That's
some
right.
of these are actually like things from it. Like this Rubik's Cube comes from Abandonware. There's a couple of things in the cabinet that are just like old props from it, and then of course we have a little bit of a reference to it in the corner, which people do miss, which is good because we did want them to miss it. So right over here in this corner.
This console. If only we could touch it.
Oh, what? I didn't know we had this.
Well,
Exactly. See, it's supposed to be kind of hidden. I was kind of floating this idea. Of course, we didn't have it. I didn't even think of this until after submission. But like, I was floating the idea of like, what if like it only was visible for some people, or only sometimes was visible. Like if
That's
you
a
turn
good
away, it'll
idea.
disappear. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I've seen other things do that. It's really creepy.
You can have it where you
Make
click
it
on it
even
to
more,
play
like,
and
haunted.
takes you to some other alternate reality. Ooh, that'd be mean.
Or just takes you to Abandonware.
No.
No, that's it. That's it. Totally. Yeah, definitely. Yes.
As for
Don't
when
give
I
me
texture things
ideas.
in this world, you'll notice that if you still have it on the arcade machine, it's beating to the music. I did want to do that with this machine, like the white sections over there. But like I said, priorities being set straight.
Of course.
But this arcade cabinet does beat to the music if you have it enabled. And it's not really a high beating music right now. It'll beat when it feels like it.
See.
Damn it.
Yeah. And we do have to kind of
There it
have
is.
one major game, which still need to work on it too, but it's up here. And on the way there,
Also,
we
by the way,
these arcade cabinets with like animated displays.
Oh yeah.
Really cool.
some of Gooey's work. I
This is
believe that was.
Gooey Vexo's art, yeah.
Oh, is that Gooey? Awesome.
Gooey just came in towards the end and was like, "Hey, I'm just gonna make a bunch of art for you," and we were like, "Wonderful, we love it."
This is definitely going to be one of the things we actually make, interactive in some way.
Yeah.
Arcade time?
Yeah, it's OCJ. That's right.
Yeah, that's where our headless stays when we're hosting down our so I figured that's what it was.
Target time.
Cool.
So this is kind
No.
of at the moment, kind of the main attraction.
As I mentioned earlier when we were talking about the credits and the music, if you do play the game, it's my favorite in the whole soundtrack.
That's,
Great.
So yeah, if you want to start it, you can just go. Okay, there you go. And then currently we don't have a scoring system, but that'll definitely be one of the priorities.
I actually made a whole health and damage system for this game, but it never made it in.
Yeah, we can implement that. Just have some targets be tougher to destroy than others.
Shrek, we have.
Yeah.
Albert mentioned in chat, like if you clicked on that arcade cabinet, it would take you to the same version of the world, but it would be all like hell. Oh my god, that's an
I'm sure
interesting
Titus would love that.
I'm getting ideas.
Texture everything.
I'm getting ideas.
Yeah, I actually had. When Metro's done.
Remember we wanted to have that like kind of like black market kind of thing going? Maybe that's what we could do with the console.
Oh no.
Maybe.
Here's this console you ordered, sir.
Maybe, yeah. Actually, that's a good idea.
Hey,
It
Doretto.
was Mr. Soupcan that did the coding for this, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Soup
Soup
Can
did
did
this.
most of this. Or all
So
of it, really.
this was a bit of a team effort because like I know multiple people did work on it, but it was primarily Soupcan's coding effort.
As you two may know about the whole, you guys messing with the client system together, it's usually, like when people come up with their own systems, it's hard to collaborate on stuff like that.
It really is.
You know,
Yeah, how are you-
their system works versus your system.
How are you able to match up everybody's different coding style and documentation and be able to make it so it all work together?
Well, if communication doesn't work, that is a big obstacle.
So our main, in terms of organization, we use Trello for keeping the team organized.
You still have the image.
as far
There we
as-
go. I got it.
Yes, as far as like
Yeah.
coding
Thank
style
you.
and
That's the right one.
documentation, well,
yeah.
This is the right one.
We didn't
I would
have
say
enough.
those are not very coordinated.
They weren't. Admittedly,
It was a
we,
lot
we
bigger
kind
than
of
this.
just
Yeah,
we
it's the
had
right one.
more projects than coders, so we kind of were able to get away with just letting
Thank
people
yous.
work on their own things.
Yeah.
Not to
Thank
mention
yous.
we had a
There
night
you
shift
go.
and day shift, so some people weren't always
Oh,
on
wow.
when people were working.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also a lot of stuff that I was actually planning to do for the shooting game here. But the thing is that my stuff never actually made it out of prototyping because what happened is that a lot of crap was happening in my life at this point. So yeah, that month was really bad for me. But
Yeah.
I actually still have a concept weapon.
There's
from
going
it.
to be the original, gun for in here.
Yeah.
That's a long one. Wow.
This is the
Yeah, sorry.
Avali. It was gonna be
Yeah.
an Avali railgun, sort of. If that makes sense. And this
Yeah,
is how
you
far
was
I
gonna
got
make
with it.
them. And I was gonna paint them.
Sorry.
Hey. Oh, it just reminds me of like I was gonna paint all the weapons you threw at me, but I did paint that one single one that we have
Oh, yeah,
currently.
yeah. I mean, I am gonna finish these guns. That is my
Yes, you will.
priority. That's one of my priorities for this game because
He's making it
for
threatening.
Snapper. I also made a damage system as well. But the thing is that also never made it in because of time constraints, and I was
right
really busy,
here.
so
Shooting
Yeah.
game needs to be improved under 2D.
Well,
So-
let's head out to the club.
Sure.
Absolutely. The
So this is
club.
one where we definitely want to take the walk because
Yeah, so we
it's
can
very
skip the
pretty
teleporter.
We
Sure.
can
the
take
whole
the
way through.
walk, or we can take
So-
the to the hub. Yeah, let's
Let's go from the hub.
Okay, sure.
Let's go from the hub and then walk
Much of
from
a
there.
difference, to be honest,
Slightly
either way,
faster.
but someone actually has to hit the here. Okay, no, it's on the hub. Cool, let's go.
You can just look right
All
here.
arms and legs inside the teleporter at all times.
Mhm.
And onward
Jump over the
to
railing.
the club. Oh, you can't.
That's how the
quite
cool
make the
kids get
jump.
down.
Hey.
I love watching this like waterfall of people.
Nope, stop right here. You'll see another little hidden guy right down in there.
Secret critty.
Secret
Oh yeah, there's also
I
another
see.
Easter egg.
Now, what
You know,
you're
under
about to
the
see,
thing.
yeah,
There's two
there's-
secret critties now.
What you're about to see is one of my favorite places throughout the whole world. Just this little walkway. It's wonderful.
Yeah. This is awesome.
Yeah,
So,
there's
yeah,
little
this-
critters. There's so many throughout the world to see.
Yeah, this small subzone even has its own music. So
A lot of these crystals were made with the convex hull brush too.
Ah,
Yeah. You had
If Titus
experience in
were
that with
here-
your personal world, didn't you?
If Titus were here, he would definitely be calling this out, so I'm going to do it for him. He was
Yes,
really,
please
really
do.
proud of the like lighting effects that he did in this area.
I
It was just
totally
such
did
a-
accidentally delete it once and then had to go fetch it from a backup. And that didn't happen.
Oh no.
The ripples, they're literally just scribbles, and it works so well.
It really, I kind of hate how well it works because I wanted to do it gooder, but it actually
Better.
does work out really well.
I mean, people say, like, if you want to add sound effects, literally just, like, go to this microphone, slow it down, whatever.
yeah. There's another example of using just like brush tools to make something pretty nice.
Also, I respect that your image is also what I see, just in 2D.
Oh, mine?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know.
These are calling workshop your profile icon.
It
And the
does.
profile
Yeah,
icon is just
It's probably the
Yeah,
Ralanesh.
we'll
It's
stop
probably the
right here.
Ralanesh
Also, if you
drawing.
go under this bridge,
You go under this bridge, there's a little Easter egg.
yeah, if you go under
Over
this
here
bridge,
on this side.
another one.
There you
We
are.
should-
Hi.
The
Ah,
idea has like you could actually collect those and then it would unlock
they're in
something.
the bridge.
Does it, or is it a
Oh, wow.
plan?
Can't collect
Yeah, I
them
kinda
now.
wanna-
It's just future idea.
Probably not too much collect to unlock, but you know, if it's just like silly little things, not a terrible idea.
Mhm. Anyway, welcome to the club. Kind of the fly area that had the most attention paid to how it looks.
Yes, and a shout out to, where is Metra?
I'm right here.
Over here.
The person that let us use their species, Hobbert. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for letting us use your species.
Yeah, so this is.
Yes. So possibly my favorite music in the world.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Just the
Yeah.
default club music.
Flux was the one that coded the the reactive lighting.
There's a lot of things we still want to do with this area too.
Mm-hmm.
We do it. Like even this, as nice as it looks, we want to make it better. Like the MMC is definitely not the end of this project for us.
Yeah, so
Great.
this is where we were watching the award stream. So
All
this is where,
fun.
you know, everyone is celebrating.
Oh,
It was
cool.
great because when our world came up, the screenshot was exactly where we were. You are here.
Huh. Yes.
And again, shout out to you for making this wonderful art. Thank you, Katie.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone else. Like seriously, this is a team effort.
Mhm.
And actually, this place right here, when it was empty, A just came in, did a lot of props. We painted them, and look how gorgeous it is.
Definitely.
This lighting over here.
I wish Titus could be here because this whole area.
Yeah, he had a lot to say.
Yeah.
He did such a great job in this area.
It's just
I think this was the
unfortunate
first area he
timing.
worked on, too. Like he
Mhm.
started here, and
Yeah,
just kind
so-
of as a result ended up really just being an area that had so much attention to detail.
That's great about
Yeah.
having modelers is that they can express their ideas, and then we can see them, and then we work from there.
We had poor Mr. Suitcan sat right here for hours fixing that computer, getting the user count system to work.
He
It
did
definitely has a tavernish type feel, but also futuristic slightly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely
That was
force
one of
and
the
magic.
things- That was definitely one of the things we wanted to do because we wanted to make sure it felt like not only was it like a lived-in area, but it was an area that was kind of built up by multiple different species and cultures and just kind of mingled together. So each area does kind of take a little bit of influence from like the different aspects of lore of the various like species we built from.
Speaking of lore,
Princess
this
is
grand
gone.
tree is actually like
Princess
a big
going
part
the
of the
tree.
Solamuri's lore. Like, this is a special feat to them. As you can see, I have a little info board right there.
Nice.
The non-OSHA
Like, it's
compliant
not just a
balcony
random
here.
tree that happened to be underground.
Is there anything at the top?
We definitely have a railing here. This has always confused me.
It's just an oversight, honestly.
Well, good question.
you told us
I
you
must
wanted
know.
lots of places for people
No,
to
no,
jump
no. You
on and off
see,
from.
a volley
Yeah,
like to
it's-
fly
it's-
in here, and they need a place to
Probably
land.
can just jump off that.
I mean, species can fly. They need a landing place. When you know how to fly. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
There it
there
goes.
you go.
There goes my flag.
You got Frooks up here platforming and blinking.
I think we plan to have on the first branch here like an Avali nest.
Hey, like
Yeah,
that
we're
idea.
thinking about that. One of the things we kind of floated around, and we might still do, is we wanted to extend the spiral staircase a little bit more and have it go all the way up to the branch or something like that, and just make this more of like a perch. But again, time.
But I respect it.
Now, with the further plans, what areas are you going to expand areas, or just polish up ones that are already existing, or what?
Oh,
A little bit of both.
absolutely. There is a
Both.
place that was not finished. I can show you on the map if there's one down here. Or
I think we have.
There is one
like,
down here. It's right here.
yeah, this is coming soon. I think there's gonna be a park or something.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
it's
gonna be
it's
park.
going to be park.
It's gonna be a
That's-
park, and we'll
Yeah, we
we'll
have two
continue
zones
to
we plan to
develop.
add: park and theater.
Actually, there's at least 3 areas we want to like expand to. So we'd like to have a park, and that's what this is for. We kind of wanted to have like a theater somewhere, and then we also want to make it so that the like actual bottom of the canyon is accessible. So like have like a waterfront kind of area. Again, it's all just a matter of
And then-
time. We definitely did not have enough time for that over just a
Of
month.
course, it's a
Of
lot.
course, we'll probably be updating the existing zones like in batches, like kind of updating them one at a time. You know.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to getting back to work. This was a fun project.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
And you guys, it was like a family. You guys are like a family to me when we worked on this. Thank you.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make a start with my big
Okay.
meaty fingers. Can I do that? Can I do that?
Yeah,
It's
this
not
this
really
contest
hard.
was definitely an opportunity for me to work in like with groups. Usually, I do a lot of stuff solo, so getting a group experience has been like a worthy experience. Right? Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. And thank you for having the contest for us to participate in.
Thank you for being a part of it.
Yeah.
It's what makes it all fun is to be able to enjoy each other's
To
stuff.
enjoying your Sunday things that you guys do, like just the daily.
Sure, everyone's always welcome if they want. We'll even have one today. I need to update information saying because the time changed that it's an hour later.
Did we mention landing pad?
What's that?
We didn't mention it, but I mean you can't get to it, so. I guess that could be another zone technically, spawn zone.
Yeah, I want to elaborate on that.
Well,
If you want to just go take a look at the landing pad, we could do that quickly.
Yeah, we could actually, yeah.
Yeah, we can check that out and then we'll probably head out.
I think we showed everything, did we?
So since you can't actually get there, I think no clip up there. So.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, we're gonna just no clip.
We're gonna no clip up there.
Let's go to the hub
So the hub first?
Oh,
Okay.
Or we just,
Make sure you're out of no clip when you go in this.
Yeah, don't be no clip, otherwise it won't teleport you.
Yeah.
I expected a lot of people to say that.
So, actually, I think that was the first area, like the second area after the canyon. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yep. So this was actually one of our very first areas.
Up there.
So this was one of the very first areas we made, but we just didn't have the time to actually properly integrate it, so we just made it a background element. But we may still end up
Put yourself
making
on
it into a
broadcast.
proper, proper
So
thing.
it's gonna be the spawn area where you spawn in at, and then go down to the hub.
I see. So it kind of brings you
Because,
into a
like,
more
you're coming
vast
on your
area.
ship and stuff.
that
Coming
makes
through a
sense.
ship.
Yeah,
some
there's
of
gonna
the
be like
things
ships
is-
landing as well.
Yeah, we want to have
Yeah.
like ships coming and going here, and in the background. And
As you can tell, we didn't bother UVing most of it.
That makes sense.
No,
then.
yeah.
That's you
It's abandoned. It's supposed to be this way.
There's no collider there.
It's very looks very big.
Yeah, there's no collision, so you're just gonna die.
yeah, no, you'll go back to the hub. It's fine.
Is there clutter here? Yes.
And once again, a lot of this is Titus's work.
There's actually ones that better.
One of the first things, we tried to start from something, and this was, I guess, our first thing, but we
Like
kept it put in the sky.
Most of the plaza, the Hopkin area,